So this happened last weekend, and I'm still getting passive-aggressive texts from the bride, and one very aggressive one from the groom's cousin who I'm pretty sure has never liked me. My 29-minute college buddy Kyle got married to Marissa, and they threw one of those weddings that thinks it's royal but is actually being held in a repurposed barn with rustic chic decor, red, burlap, and trauma. Everything was beige, there were mason jars everywhere, and a string quartet was playing Coldplay, so real fancy. I was allowed to bring a +1, so I brought my girlfriend, Tessa, 27F, who is basically a ray of sunshine with social anxiety. She dressed up, made small talk with Kyle's terrifying Aunt Cheryl, and even laughed at the best man's 8-minute roast of the groom, which included a fart story and the words, "taint rash." Fast forward to the reception dinner. We find our seats at the assigned table, and there's a place card for me, but not for Tessa. We flag down a server thinking it's a mistake, and they politely inform us that the couple has a no-meal policy for +1s. Come again? Apparently, unless you were engaged or married to your guest, you didn't qualify for dinner. Instead, they gave non-qualified +1s access to the snack table, which consisted of, wait for it, a bowl of pretzel sticks and some mints. Literal mints, like wedding-flavored Tic Tacs. Tessa was trying to be a good sport, but she whispered to me, "I'm so hungry, my stomach is folding in on itself." I offered her my meal, but she refused. After about 20 minutes of her fake smiling through the hunger-induced delirium, I did what any reasonable man would do. I ordered a large pepperoni pizza to the venue. Now, in my defense, it was a 90-minute drive back to civilization. She's hypoglycemic and was literally turning into a Victorian child ghost. Everyone else was eating salmon and asparagus like they were at the freaking Met Gala. I tipped well and told the delivery guy to meet me around the side of the barn to avoid making a scene. Unfortunately, the side of the barn was apparently visible through a large decorative window of memories, and a few guests noticed the clandestine pizza exchange like it was a drug deal. And that's when chaos broke out. People, real, fancy-dressed, hungry people, started coming up and asking for slices. I wasn't going to say no. I mean, one guy handed me a crumpled $5 bill like it was prohibition, and I was running a speakeasy. Within 5 minutes, the entire pizza was gone. That's when Marissa, the bride, came stomping over in her Tool tornado of a dress and asked, no, demanded, to know why I was undermining her carefully planned dinner. I said, and I quote, "I didn't realize feeding my date so she didn't pass out was going to start a rebellion." She told me I was being disrespectful, trashy, and selfish, and that it's not her fault Tessa didn't qualify for a meal. I replied, it's not Tessa's fault either, but she's the one who got punished. Apparently sharing the pizza was the last straw. I got a text the next day saying I was no longer invited to the post-wedding brunch. Oh no. And that Kyle was disappointed in my behavior. Now, for what it's worth, Kyle texted me separately to apologize and said, Marissa just really wanted the wedding to go perfectly. But apparently her idea of perfection includes starving innocent +1s like it's a Hunger Games cosplay. So, AITA, edit. Wow, I didn't expect this to blow up. To answer a few questions. Yes, I checked the invite again. It said +1 welcome, but the meal policy wasn't disclosed anywhere. The wedding website just said dinner and dancing to follow the ceremony. No, I didn't bring my own cooler of food, though now I wish I had. Maybe one shaped like a bouquet to blend in. The pizza was from Domino's. Not my proudest choice, but it was the only place that would deliver to the barn. Aunt Cheryl had 3 slices. She winked at me like we'd just survived the war together. Tessa and I are still together. She calls me her pizza knight now. Honestly, I might propose with a stuffed crust ring. Thanks for the support, fellow internet humans. Next time I attend a wedding with a food rationing policy, I'm packing Lunchables and a flask, just in case.